What is reality? As we all know, reality is multi-leveled, multi-layered, with many aspects and facets. And what it is not is objective, because reality is a perception and an ever-changing construct, and we all have different perceptions of what reality is. But the reality I'd like to talk about here is Reality, the movie about American hero Reality Winner. I imagine there was a time when Bob Dylan might have written a song about her like Hurricane. Watching this bold, gripping movie starring Sydney Sweeney and directed by Tina Satter and based on the actual audio transcript of the incident set almost entirely inside an empty room in Reality's rented house is to understand suspense and tension in films is about ideas and characters, not massively inflated budgets. Reality is pure cinema in its purest form. The ratcheting of the stakes through its tight running time is relentless, and by the time Reality is arrested by the FBI, you will be ready to scream at the screen in anger, outrage, and disbelief, like I did. Along with the blackly comic, sprawling epic White House Plumbers, written by Alex Gregory and Peter Hewick, and directed by my colleague Dave Mandel, with an amazing cast, especially Justin Theroux and Woody Harrelson, HBO has provided us with more insight into the darkness of recent American history better than any of the so-called news channels. And while it's a bonanza for those seeking the truth of American history, it's frankly an embarrassment for those news outlets who now have been reduced to more and more sensationalistic and less accurate reporting in a craven attempt to sell more advertising time. So what happened to Reality Winner? Being a fervently patriotic American, she was frustrated and impatient and indignant at what she perceived to be, quite correctly, lies being told to the American public about Russian interference in the 2016 election. While we continue to argue about the Trump campaign's culpability until that truth finally emerges, the facts of the Russian intrusion into our election process have been proven irrefutable. But as I said, reality is multi-leveled and based on perception, and the media has controlled that perception. Feeling helpless in the wake of that, and feeling compelled to act somehow, some way, which she felt sincerely was her duty as a loyal citizen, she smuggled a top-secret document out of her office and sent it to the alternative media gadfly, The Intercept. Now we decide, as a society, which whistleblowers are heroes and which are traitors. If not for the fall of Nixon, it is likely that Daniel Ellsberg would have been thrown in jail for the rest of his life, if not hanged. Reality Winner wasn't so lucky. She was targeted by the vindictive, defensive Trump administration, never even informed of her Miranda rights by the manipulative FBI agents, and given the harshest, longest prison sentence ever for the unauthorized release of classified government information. This information, by the way, was true. Although, ironically, Julian Assange leapt to her defense, along with many freedom of speech and freedom of press organizations, few in the mainstream media did, and the story was given criminally short shrift. In typical contradictory, hypocritical doublespeak, Trump himself spoke on her behalf, but that is widely considered to be an indirect knock at then Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Meanwhile, in reality, Trump did nothing. It's sad that we must look to entertainment companies like HBO, who are often owned by the same media conglomerates that own the news networks, to get our truth. But hopefully history is still in the making, and Reality Winner, who is now free, will receive the historical vindication she deserves.